Namaskar. Well, friends, I heartily welcome you all to Bhim Bhashya, my audio visual podcast series on Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. This audio video podcast series has 54 episodes of roughly 20 minutes each, unraveling as many as 25 different dimensions of this multifaceted genius. Friends, this podcast series is focused on Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, his thoughts, his actions, his philosophy, and above all, the grand vision that he had shown to our country. That is what this podcast series is all about. So let's proceed. Well, friends, in this episode 30th, I'm going to talk about a unique and for millions of Mumbaikars, an adorable and endearing facet of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's persona. That is Dr. Ambedkar as a true Mumbaikar. There are several national leaders which this great city of Mumbai has given to the nation. But Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar remains at the forefront of all these national leaders given to the nation by this great city. Dr. Ambedkar spent as many as 38 years in Mumbai from 1904 to 1942, excepting about 7 years between 1913 to 1917 and 1920 to 1923. During these 7 years, he was having his higher education, very high education in the distinguished universities of the world. So barring these 7 years, for as many as 34 years, Dr. Ambedkar stayed in Mumbai. As a matter of fact, the Ambedkar family arrived in Mumbai in December 1904. In the beginning, they stayed in a small chawl called Dabak Chawl, which is near Elphinstone Road, Mumbai. That period was 1904 to 1912. His wedding took place, guess where? Of course in Mumbai, but where in Mumbai? In the Byculla Vegetable Market. So after the business hours, there was this wedding ceremony that took place. The year was 1907. Afterwards, Ambedkar family shifted to another chawl, BIT chawls, Bombay Improvement Trust buildings. Those were chawls where Dr. Ambedkar and his family stayed between 1912 to 1934. In the year 1934, something great happened. Dr. Ambedkar's own house came up in Hindu colony, Dadar, Mumbai, of course, and he named it Raj Gruha. And that's where his family shifted in 1934, and that is still in existence. Dr. Ambedkar received his schooling was done in Mumbai, Elphinstone High School, and his college education was also in Mumbai. That was in Elphinstone College, Mumbai. Whenever Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar had to work for earning and making the two ends meet for his family, he chose to work in Mumbai. First, it was Sydenham College, Mumbai, where he was a professor between the period November 1918 to March 1920. Later, he joined the Government Law College, Mumbai, as a professor of law, and he served as a professor between June 1928 to March 1929, then June 1934 to March 1935, and he became the principal of the Government Law College, Mumbai, during the period June 1935 to May 1938. All the movements, the social movements that Dr. Ambedkar initiated, they began in Mumbai. His first social organization, and that was called Byculla Vegetable Market, that was founded in Mumbai. His first two major mass movements for equality. One was Mahar Satyagraha, 1927, and second one was Kalaram Temple Entry Satyagraha in Nashik. Both of these mass movements were planned and the prior preparations were done all in Mumbai. Dr. Ambedkar's role as a labor leader also started in Mumbai when he became the president of the Bombay Municipal Kamgar Sangha. As far as his politics is concerned, the basic foundation was again in Mumbai. Started in December 1926 when Dr. Ambedkar was appointed as a nominated member to the then Mumbai Vidhan Parishad or Mumbai Council. And that was that gave him the platform to speak about those who had no spokesperson for them. The people who were lost, people who were downtrodden, those who were exploited, and those who were victimized. That was the forum with which he started. It was in Mumbai where Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar started mass movement against the atrocious Khoti system and the slavery in the form of Mahar Watan. To cancel both of these, he gave a big struggle which started in Mumbai. His first political party, the Independent Labour Party, which was founded in August 1936, was obviously, it was in Mumbai where it started. And when the first elections took place in India, the regional elections, the state elections, so to say, which took place for the first time, provincial elections. The states were called provinces at that time. So when there was the first round of provincial elections, Dr. Ambedkar fought an election to become an MLA, member of Legislative Assembly. And where did he contest from? He contested from Mumbai. Byculla and Parel was his constituency, and he got elected with a huge thumping majority. That was again from Mumbai. Dr. Ambedkar's meetings with all the national leaders, great national leaders at that time, started in Mumbai. For example, his historic meeting with Mahatma Gandhi, which took place on 14th August 1931, was in Mani Bhavan, Mumbai. His first meeting with Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was also in Mumbai, and the time was October 1939. Dr. Ambedkar's first meeting with Subhash Chandra Bose also took place in Mumbai. That was in July 1940. Dr. Ambedkar, from time to time, ran different periodicals to give voice to the deprived. And 4 of them, which he started, one was Mukanayak, another was Bahishkrut Bharat, third one was Janata, and fourth one was Prabuddha Bharat. All these periodicals, all his mouthpieces, the printing of these mouthpieces done, it was in Mumbai, of course. Mumbai responded to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar very well and throughout his life. After every major achievement, his first felicitation would invariably take place in Mumbai. For example, after he cleared matric and he became the first Dalit student to pass out the matric exam, the year was 1907, his felicitation was done in Mumbai. When he became a member of the Mumbai Legislative Council in 1926, his first felicitation was in Damodar Hall, Mumbai. When going to roundtable conferences, to England, There were 3 roundtable conferences in London. So on all 3 occasions, while going to England and coming back, he would always be given a great farewell and equally great reception when he left for roundtable conference and when he came back from the roundtable conference. And where was these felicitations taking place? In Ballad Pier, Mumbai, of course. When Dr. Ambedkar became 50 years old, there was the Abhivadan Sabha, congratulatory, huge meeting that was on Girgaon Chowpatty in Mumbai. The time was April 1942. In the same year, when Dr. Ambedkar became member of the Viceroy's Executive Council, the great felicitation that was given to him was in Mumbai. It was first in the Radio Club Mumbai and then in Kamgar Maidan in Parel. After he finished the Herculean task of preparing and piloting the Indian Constitution, the first felicitation took place in Mumbai, and that was in Parel, and the year was January 1950, when India became the Republic. This means that every nook and corner will have a story to tell about Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. That's the beauty of this endearing role that Dr. Ambedkar played. Dr. Ambedkar was loved by Mumbai, and he loved Mumbai in turn. In Mumbai, near the Elphinstone College, there was a restaurant. Until recently, it was there, Wayside Inn. That used to be his favorite restaurant. And then near Flora Fountain or Hutatma Chowk, on Meadow Street, there was a restaurant called Komba and Marosa. Those were his favorite places, favorite eateries. In fact, after the High Court hearing or whatever he had to do in the High Court, he would always, on those days, he would always go for lunch to Wayside Inn, where his table was reserved, his menu was fixed. They said that he used to love eating chicken salad there, which was supposed to be very good. And then his publisher of many of his books, was nearby there. His publisher was Thacker and Company, which was very close to that place and near the Jahangir Art Gallery. And Dr. Ambedkar would always go. He was a perfectionist. So he would not tolerate even slightest mistake in his book. So he used to go and do the proofreading himself. And everybody was very scared of him because there was zero tolerance for mistakes. There was one employee, I think his name was Lokhande. He knew weak points of Dr. Ambedkar. He would go to a nearby restaurant and bring for him onion fritters, kanda bhaji, with green chilies. And when he saw that, he would be very happy and very relaxed, and the proofreading session would go on without any major problem. Not only Mumbai has a very important place in his heart, and in the heart of Mumbai, there is a special place for Dr. Ambedkar. This relationship is not only emotional, it was also based on very hard arguments, very hard logic, very hard arguments that Dr. Ambedkar made in favor of keeping Mumbai in Maharashtra. It so happened that in 1948, there was State Reorganization Commission was appointed, and there was a big move at that time to detach Mumbai from Mumbai city, Mumbai Nagari, from the Bombay province. And big names at that time, they all were supporting taking Mumbai, separating Mumbai away from Maharashtra. And those included big names like Professor C.N. Vakil, Professor Datwala, Professor Ghiwala, and so on. All these intellectuals strongly supported detachment of Mumbai from Maharashtra that was going to take shape in future. And it so happened that all of them were Gujaratis. And so the arguments were made which were in that same line of thought. Dr. Ambedkar answered every possible objection that was raised and did it in his characteristically rigorous and hard-hitting style. Here are some of them. There was an objection. First objection was that Mumbai was never a part of Maharashtra. He said, wrong. The Maharashtra that is expected to come about is going to have a triangular shape. And one side of the triangle is the west coast. North boundary of the west coast is Daman. And the south boundary is Karwar. Between Daman and between Karwar, exactly at the midpoint is Mumbai. So geography has given Mumbai to Maharashtra. Who are you to take it away in an unnatural manner, removing Mumbai from Maharashtra? There was an argument made that in Mumbai, Marathi-speaking people are in minority. So why should Mumbai remain in Maharashtra? So Dr. Ambedkar responded to this objection by saying that Mumbai has allowed everybody from our country to come in. Everybody is welcome to come in and settle down in Mumbai for whatever that they want to do. Why should Maharashtra be punished for this open-mindedness? Therefore, looking at the population numbers, that cannot be the basis for separating Mumbai from Maharashtra. Yet another objection that was raised was that Gujaratis are some of the oldest inhabitants of Mumbai. Dr. Ambedkar responded to this by saying that Gujaratis never came to Mumbai on their own, but the East India Company, which had factories in Gujarat, particularly in Surat, they wanted Baniyats from Surat to come and work as the middlemen for flourishing Mumbai. So they were brought in, they never came in. Equally important is the argument that he made that they did not come to stay in Mumbai competing at par with the other communities. No, they were given special privileges because the British wanted them to work as the middlemen, as dalals, and that is why they came in Mumbai. So it makes no sense that they are the oldest inhabitants and therefore they should be, therefore Mumbai should not be kept as a part of Maharashtra. Yet another and very serious objection, and there are lots of people who still believe that. The argument was that who has created Mumbai? Who is responsible for the prosperity of Mumbai? It was Gujarati people, it is argued, who created the commerce and industry in Mumbai. Maharashtrian people, they only remained as the clerks and hamals, coolies. And therefore, it is wrong, it is argued, it is wrong that for these clerks and mazdoors and coolies, should they have more right over the owners of commerce and industry. Dr. Ambedkar gave a very sharp and hard-hitting reply to this. He said, who created the commerce and industry in Mumbai? That doesn't require any research. It's very clear that to say that Gujaratis created commerce and industry in Mumbai has no basis whatsoever. Mumbai was created by Europeans, not by Gujaratis. And Gujaratis in Mumbai were only traders, which is different from being industrialists. So Gujaratis cannot take credit for creating the prosperous Mumbai city that is there today. In the same vein, Dr. Ambedkar argued that in Bihar, where coal is found, that region, the whole land belongs to Biharis. But who owns the coal? Coal mines that is owned by Gujaratis, Kathiawadis, and Europeans. Because this is a fact, does that mean that to benefit the industrialists, the coal miners, you are going to create a separate province from Bihar to basically to benefit the owners of the coal mines? This would be as illogical as that. Some very influential people made an argument that Maharashtra is taking a claim on Mumbai because Maharashtra wants to gain all the profits which are generated in Mumbai. Dr. Ambedkar responded. He said that this is absolutely false, and Marathi-speaking people are not traders. Paisa, money was never their god. This is a part of their culture. And that is exactly why they have allowed people from outside Mumbai to come in for business and for industry. Even if for a moment you assume that Maharashtra is taking a claim on Mumbai, he said, I asked, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong in that. Because in the prosperity of Mumbai, the labor class of Mumbai, Marathi-speaking Mumbai, has contributed in a big way, and therefore it is illogical to expect Mumbai to be separated. Then he made a very important and very valid point. He said that the profits which are generated in Mumbai are not going to be utilized by Maharashtra alone, the new state province of Maharashtra alone. They will be taken over by the central government, and that would be distributed to CP and Berar, Bihar, Assam, Bengal, Madras, Orissa. All the provinces will use that money. And here, Dr. Ambedkar made a hard-hitting personal argument, counter-attack. He said that Professor C.N. Vakil does not mind the profits of Mumbai being shared by CP and Berar, by Bihar, by Assam, by Orissa, West Bengal, East Bengal, and Madras. He doesn't mind all that. Only thing he minds is that these profits by being shared, profits generated by Mumbai shared by Maharashtra. This is not an argument, he said. This is an example of acute hatred that this learned gentleman has against Marathi-speaking people. Well, friends, let's conclude this session here today. But before I leave, let me request you that if you like Bhim Bhashya, this podcast series, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to it. So long until we meet again real soon. Thank you. Namaskar.